Hello guys, and welcome to a new video. My name is MrWahloh, and today we are going to take a look at Forced Showdown. Now, what the hell is Forced Showdown? I hear you guys scream. Well, Forced Showdown is actually an arena brawler combined with some deck building elements. So, you jump into an arena with a pre-made deck, or your custom deck if you want to. And at each start of the arena, you can throw in a card that gives you an upgrade, that gives you an extra ability, or a spell card that debuffs the enemy, let's say. Okay? So, first thing I want to show you guys is the actual deck building in this game. So, let's go to cards, down here, and here you can go, let's cancel this one. So here you can select the character which you want to build a deck for and then create a new deck. Then you can select cards and that's gonna be your deck. Now I am a really shitty deck builder, so I didn't build any decks, I just went with the default decks, and I gotta say they are doing pretty well. So you don't actually have to be a great deck builder to play this game. Don't let that discourage you from buying this game. There are probably a lot of websites that will show you what a nice deck looks like, and you can just take that build. So, next part, how do you get these cards? Well, you start with a default deck. Now, you will get gold while playing games, you know, playing arenas. Whether you fail or whether you win, doesn't matter, you will always get some kind of gold in some way. And you can use that gold in, let's say, the Wheel of Fortune. Yay! So I got 1500 gold right now, so let's spin this thing. So it's a bit of a gamble. It will give you a card, and if you got the card, you already have this card, so it will now give me 5 shots. So if you got the card already, it will give you shards. If you don't have that card, it will put it in your deck for you. Now, if you have enough shards, you can then craft the cards yourself. It's the same as Hearthstone, basically. You already got 2 of these. That will give me 5 shards. There you go. And I can craft a common card. Yay! So that's how you get cards. That is how you do the deck building. Now, what is the actual gameplay? Well, the gameplay are the arenas. You pick a character, you jump in, you kill everyone, and then you kill a boss. And there you go, that's it. So I'm gonna go with the standard, normal character, which is the Squire of Light. You will start the game with only just this guy, and you will then have to unlock these by doing certain quests. The same for the companions, who are basically just little helpers that will help you finish, and you know, they will help you do the arena. So you will just start out with the Squire of Light and this Xiao Long. On the left side it shows you the abilities you got. So we got a light beam, basic attack that becomes more powerful the longer you maintain it. You can do an overcharge, damages enemies around you and knocks them back, deals more damage the closer to the enemies. Then you got Guardian of Light, which is basically an invulnerability for 2 seconds, and Speed of Light, which is a passive. When you are attacked, Beam of Light, it's twice as fast for 2 seconds. So I actually got some skins. I don't know how I got them though, so let's check them out. This one and that one. And I also got a companion skin, which I didn't know about. So that actually looks better. So we're gonna go with this guy, and this guy looks awesome in his icy thingy. So we are gonna go this way. Normal deck. I don't have any decks because I suck. I already told you guys. So I'm repeating myself, so let's jump in. Now watch this intro, because this is actually really awesome. It is like a completely televised, you know, a nice intro, like it's some actual show that you are watching. Let's hope the loading won't take that long.
Yet another exciting round of Forced Showdown, the only show in the galaxy with lives on the line. As always, the rules are that the contestant must fight his way through numerous titans, earning points along the way. Tonight's show will be The Crucible. At the end of the hall stands the ultimate challenge.
So here we are. My mouse is the point he's looking at, and the WASD buttons are walking. Now we got the left mouse button, which is the basic attack. So that's the basic attack for this guy. Then we got the right mouse button, which is the secondary attack. It shows you the abilities and the cooldowns in the, you know, the bottom left corner. So I just did overcharge. There we go. And then we got E for Guardian Light, which is the invulnerability for 2 seconds. It also shows you your health over here. We got 150 health right now. And it shows you the boons, quests, and deck. So let's go, let's explain boons. Okay, so we don't have any boons yet, but we have this points bar over here. Now, every time you complete an arena, you will get points. And when this bar is full, it will unlock a boon. It's that simple. A boon is basically a buff for your character that will persist all the way to the end of this whole arena, to this whole show, and it will get removed when you die. So that's basically it. When you are game over, it will remove itself, but otherwise you can use this boon all the way to the end of this show. Then the second part are the quests. So to upgrade, let's, you know, to get some extra damage or to get that extra companion, you have to complete quests. So let's say the first quest. The first quest will actually unlock Volko for you, which is the second character in this game. Now, what do you have to do to get that person? Finish your first campaign, whether you win or lose. So when you've done that objective, this quest will get, will get checked, and you will then receive a Volko. The second quest that will unlock the companion Brutus. It will also give you plus 10 health, and that health is permanent, by the way. So all the quests give you permanent buffs to your characters or upgrades. Now, what do we need to do for that? Beat 15 arenas with your companion surviving. Collect 100 points in shows. So this is the quest system, and what you want to do is like do all of them. You want to do as much of them as possible, because they will give you lasting buffs. Then we got 3, which is basically the deck, and it shows you which cards are actually in the deck you have selected. So now we are doing the first show. We got 4 different arenas. Be it, you know, so we got this one, the second one, third one, fourth one. Now you can see the little display here and the battle rules. So this display is actually the actual battle rules. And this is fluctuations. Now you got a lot of these battle rules. Some are actual buffs for you, some are debuffs. So fluctuations, I actually know which one that is. Fluctuations means that each card phase, when you have to play a card, the mana costs fluctuate. So you don't, a card that normally is like 3 mana could be 2 mana, or it might be 8 mana. So it fluctuates each round. Then you got Magnificence. I have no idea which one that is. Then we got Rebel Whirly Rats. That is probably with the 2 companions you get. You will get 2 of those Rebel Rats with you that do a whirly attack, but they actually also damage you. I think that's the case. And then we got Laser Leash. Now, you know, you will get to know these, and you will probably recognize them by the icon after you've done the certain battle rules a couple of times. Now, important to note is that, let's say this character does continuous damage, and that is low damage. So when you get like a battle rule that does a random, you know, that has a random chance of dealing damage to you as you hit an enemy, that might actually be really bad for this character, because this character does a lot of ticks of damage, and with every tick it has a random chance to damage you. So you gotta watch which battle rules you can counter with your champion and which are actually really bad for you, because those things can really screw over your arena. So without further ado, you know, I've been talking for a bit, but we are going to jump into battle rules fluctuations. Now, on this loading screen you can actually see what that fluctuations means, and it says cards randomly cost +1 mana or -1 mana. The captain is actually the end boss of this particular arena. Let's hope this doesn't take too long. And there we go. Let's fight. So the mulligan is the drawing phase, the first drawing phase, and you can actually redraw certain cards. So these are 4. They are red, which means that the fluctuations added +1. And let's redraw them. There you go. This is the beginning of the arena, and therefore the card phase where we can pick a card and you know, throw cards out there. So you got a couple different kind of cards. You got the spell, you got the upgrade, and you got a consumable. Now a consumable actually gives you an item that you can use at any moment in this arena. You got an upgrade, which is basically an upgrade for your character that will persist throughout the whole arena, at least this arena, not the whole show, the whole arena. And then you have a spell card, which is a one-time effect that you can play. Now, let's see. Piercing light, beam of light now pierces enemies. That's a really nice upgrade, but there's more. It says this is an add-on card. And an add-on means that when you play the same card twice, that the add-on will get enabled. And this add-on is Beam of Light's Final Blast gains plus 1.5 range, which is really nice. So we only got 1 mana. This is an upgrade, so I would suggest picking this card. There we go. We now played this card, and you can see in the lower left button, you know, the lower left area, that it has been enabled. And you can see in the top right area, what card or debuff is currently active. Because the enemy, the captain over here, can play cards as well. That might not be the case in this particular arena, but it will be in later arenas. Then above those cards, it says Arena Progress. Now we are actually in the first round of the first arena. So we first have to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 rounds. And then the 8th round is the actual boss round. So we have to do 7 rounds, and then we can kill the boss and finish this arena. So without further ado, let's jump in. So like I said, WASD, we run around and we are just going to nuke everything we see. Da -da -da. There we go.
Enemy in sight.
So this, these enemies actually throw bombs, as you could see, with the right circle. Avoid them, of course. You know, you don't want to take too much damage, because you won't regain health when you go to the next round. So we are now in the second round. If I lost HP, I would still be at the same amount of HP, and that can really screw things up. So save your healing spells for when they are really necessary, and try to avoid as much damage as possible. So now we got 2 out of 2 mana, and those 2 are only 1 mana, so why won't we play them both? Now those 2 were both consumables, and you can see that over here we got 2 actual extra buttons right now. So we got the 1 button and the 2 button, and when we press those, we activate one of those 2 consumables. So we got the bomb drone, deal 100 damage to 1 random enemy on the 1 key, and we got duo bot, call 2 combat drones that rapidly fire 15 seconds on the second on the 2 key. So let's use that. Oh wait, let's save them. So, you know, those actual consumables persist throughout this whole arena. Not the show, but the arena. Oh shit, okay, that projectile actually bounces off walls.
I be sending a little gift to ya.
Arena completed. There we go. There's actually a lot of humor in this game. So if you listen, you will probably catch some little nods to other games. So now I'm going to use the bomb drone. Okay, so keep in mind I'm pressing the 1 button, and you will then see a bomb drone moving towards a random enemy. Now, about the visuals, I really like the visuals. I can't say anything about the visuals. I mean anything bad about the visuals. The same as the music. The music is really good as well. It might get a bit repetitive, but you know, you can probably live with that. Now let's see. Fusion power. Overcharge gains 50% damage. Sure, why the hell not? We have enough mana, why won't we use it? As you can see, we are still on the same amount of mana, health, that we were the last round. There you go. So that was actually the overcharge that did some extra damage. So every character has his own like fighting style. So you know, you just have to try out all the characters and pick the one you like to play the most. I mean, you like playing the most. So let's see, what choice do we got? We can actually use this mana boost, but it costs 1 and then we gain 1, so there's no gain in using this one. We are just gonna use our mana for the fairy bottle. Now the fairy bottle deals damage around you, but also heals you for the amount that for the amount of enemies that the fairies hit. So I could use it right now, stand in the middle of them, to get as much healing as possible. And as you can see, we did a pretty nice job because we are full of health again. Play cards. Well, we could now use this health upgrade, which is nice. So there we go, 230 health. There's no way we are going to die. And that was just plain stupid of me. Please forgive me. Trying to, you know, do this in a timely manner, so you guys won't be getting bored of me playing. Yar! Okay, so Paranoid. Which says start every arena with a shield. Sure, that's always good. The shield removes itself when you are hit. But the add-on says that if we play a second card, a second Paranoid card, that the shield will be regained after 10 seconds. Which is nice. You know, we got 2 healing cards. We have some mana spare, so why not heal that last bit of health that we lost? Now you might say like, oh man, this is pretty easy. Well, the first campaign actually is pretty easy. But I have not finished the second campaign yet, even though I got like 17 hours in this game. And yes, I did try. So the difficulty actually ramps up pretty fast, which makes this even more fun to play. I like those twin stick shooters that are pretty difficult, you know. Otherwise it's too easy, you rush through the game, that's no fun. So we have now arrived at the boss level, by the way. So let's clear this boss and let's finish this arena. We don't need to heal because we are fully healed. We could use this Squire Puff, gain a Squire Puff ally. If it survives the round, you gain plus 15% damage. There's not going to be another round after this, so we could just summon him. It doesn't really do that much. So my advice on boss levels is to first kill all the actual creeps that are spawned, and then focus on the boss. Ow. Ah, goddammit. That was 2 lasers at once. Now, you got a lot of different bosses in this game, and every boss has its own mechanics, which is awesome. They will get even more difficult later on in the game, so you will probably have a lot of you will probably have a lot of practice on these. And we are about to kill him. There you go. So we have now finished the first arena. So we got some extra points, which is in turn gonna give us a boon upgrade, as you will probably see. And yep, new boon available. Let's press the 1 key and we can now select the boon. As I've said before, this boon is actually a buff, and you will keep this buff for the whole show. Not only the next coming arenas, but the whole complete show. Now let's see. Thick skin. Damage taken from attacks reduced by 2. Meh. Would not be my choice, but maybe with your play style it would. Extra draw a card after your mulligan. Might be a nice one if you got a decent deck. Plus 10% attack speed. As this guy does like continuous damage, attack speed might actually be a nice choice. Or you could do plus 8% damage. Now I'm gonna go with the damage. Now this is a bonus arena, and that's actually the first time I've seen that. I have no idea what that does. Probably gives us some extra rewards. So let's just jump in right away. That's actually the first time I've seen this. Whack a rat. Kill as many enemies as possible. Avoid taking damage.
Play card.
Left mouse button is charge. Okay, this is new. Turn you into a Squire Puff. Oh, freaking hell, what is this?
Showtime!
Oh, dude.
completed.
So, okay. We didn't get any points for that.
The gatekeeper sends a challenge. This is our contestants.
Okay, that was weird. Okay, so I forgot to tell you guys, but for these gates to open, which you will probably have to open 2, you will only have to do 2 of the 4 arenas. So there are always 2 arenas that you can skip. So that's why it's important to choose the arenas that you can actually easily do without too much difficulty. And yeah, that's basically it. I'm not gonna do this one. I don't want to spoil that much. This is gonna be the gatekeeper. That's gonna be another arena with another boss at the end. When you kill that boss, he will open this arena and you can move on to the next stage of this show. I don't want to spoil all of that for you guys. I've shown you the basics, so I'm gonna concede. Are you sure you want to concede? Yes. So there you go. That's basically the basic stuff of this game. Now we got 108 gold. Now with the gold, as I've told you guys before, you can go to the Wheel of Fortune, get some cards, and use shards that you will eventually get to craft new cards. So that's basically it to this game. Now there's one more thing, and that's the season. So the season is basically like a ranked, you know, leaderboard, and you can do dailies every day. Now the rule, the daily is like a certain arena with a certain rule. It might be with a deck that has been you know, pre-made, or it might be with a certain champion. But basically, you can show off your skills against other people. And then I think that's about it. I think I've covered like the basics of this game. Well, did you like it? Leave me a comment what you think of this game. Leave a comment what you thought of this video. Don't forget to like if you liked it, dislike if you disliked the video. Don't forget to mention what you disliked, because I can then improve the videos in the future. But don't forget to subscribe as well if you want to get updates. I will be doing a lot more of these kind of videos to not particularly, you know, review a game, but just show you what the basics are so you can decide whether you like it or not on your own. So that's gonna be it for this video. Thank you guys for watching, and see ya in the next video.